This analysis demonstrates the biomechanics of a standing broad jump, focusing on joint movement, muscle activation, and contraction types through each major phase of the movement. First, watch the jump in real time. This gives a clear view of the full sequence: starting stance, loading phase, takeoff, flight, landing, and recovery. Stand with feet hip width apart, descend to a partial squat position with the torso leaning forward and the arms gathered behind the body. Initiate the jump with a combination of a forward and upward trajectory of 40 to 45 degrees. Both feet must leave the ground at the same time so that full extension of the ankles, knees, and hips, also called triple extension, is achieved in order to use all potential energy from these joints. On landing, absorb the forces progressively through the feet, ankles, knees, hips, and back. Here, the feet are planted about hip to shoulder width apart, knees and hips slightly bent, and the trunk leans forward just enough to stay balanced. The arms are brought back to help generate momentum. This phase is about setting up a strong base and building potential energy through controlled joint positioning. The gastrocnemius is primarily involved in jumping. The soleus assists in ankle plantar flexion. The quadriceps femoris slightly extends the knee joint, and the gluteus maximus slightly extends the hip joint. The counter movement jump is where the jumper starts from an upright standing position, makes a preliminary downward movement, then immediately jumps off the ground. When stretched like a spring, tendons store elastic energy. When the spring is released, it snaps back rapidly to its initial condition, utilizing the elastic energy that was stored. The hip flexors flex the hip, lift the knee. The iliopsoas is the agonist, and the main synergists are the rectus femoris, sartorius, and tensor fasciae latae. The trunk moves from slight flexion toward a more extended or neutral position. The shoulders move from extension into flexion as the arms swing forward, and the elbows move toward extension. The broad jump uses three main contraction types: eccentric, which is muscles lengthen while controlling force, most obvious in the loading phase and in landing absorption. The concentric is the muscles shorten to create movement, most obvious in the takeoff drive through the hips, knees, and ankles. And isometric, muscles hold position for stability. The most obvious is in the trunk and shoulder region to maintain posture and control during explosive movement.